Hey guys, I'm FRNDZONE. Welcome to the Rundown. So, on today's episode, we're going to talk about the most anticipated albums of 2019. Now, this is based off of a list that I found online. I'll put a link to that article in the description below. And then I just narrowed it down to my top 5, basically. Starting with Offset. His new single is pretty cool. I forget the name of it right now. Dang it. Red Room. That's what it is. It's called Red Room. It's a pretty good single. It's gonna be a little vibe for sure. A lot of these songs that the Migos put out, Offset, Quavo, Takeoff, they always put out music though that's kind of a vibe. It's a nice little chill vibe to it. He's probably gonna talk about his marriage and probably some growth that he's had in his life. I mean, he did on the first single anyway. He talked a lot about him growing up and about some of the mistakes that he made growing up, which I thought was very introspective. That's something you don't find much from any member of the Migos, is that deep level of introspection, at least not that I've heard anyway. So yeah, based on the singles and the video and everything, I am kind of looking forward to this new Offset album. Number 4 on my list would be Solonge. Now I'm hearing that Solonge is going to drop an album in 2019. That would just be great. A Seat at the Table is one of my all-time favorite albums, period. Not even just R&B album or anything like that, but like just period. One of my favorite albums of all time. She has this really like woke as fuck soul R&B kind of vibe to her. The music is really chill. It's really, really cool. I kind of have a thing for music that's just kind of chill, cool vibes. All about the vibes. I'm hoping maybe she'll have some more danceable songs this time. I mean, it was a great album as it was, but it would have been nice to have a little bit more of those tunes that you can bop to. Number 3 would be The Weeknd. The Weeknd is my second favorite singer of all time. He would have to trail right behind Frank Ocean, who is my favorite of all time. I really hope Frank Ocean drops an album this year too, but I'm not really hearing any word that he's gonna drop anything anytime soon, so I don't know. But as far as The Weeknd, I love that ratchet shit. I love all that shit that he used to talk about more, but he talks about a little bit less now as far as the subject matter. He definitely went more pop with this last album that he put out, and probably the album before that too. We're talking about Starboy, his last project, and then Beauty Behind the Madness, which is the project before that one. I really hope he gets back to his roots. I think that's where he's really, really best at. The type of sound that we were hearing from him earlier in his career. But The Weeknd is always great. I know he's going to have a great album regardless of what direction he goes in. I mean, those 2 albums before this one, the 4th and 5th album, weren't as hood R&B as I would like for them to have been, but they were still a vibe. It's always a vibe. Number 2 on my list would be Rihanna. Rihanna actually said that she might retire soon. I really, really hope she doesn't. If she does, I hope she gives us the best album she's ever made before she goes. That would be really, really nice. I love Rihanna, of course. You know, she's an amazing talent. I'm like literally on the edge of my seat with anticipation. I wonder what her sound and her style is going to be like on this album. I have a lot of questions actually. Yeah. I wonder if there's going to be another Drake collab. There's been rumored that there's a little rift between them nowadays, so I don't know if they're really working together like that anymore. But I mean, that's always been tradition with Rihanna. She's always done like a big track with Drake. The same with Nicki Minaj. She's always done like a really big track with Drake too, but she hasn't really for a while now, ever since No Frauds. I think No Frauds was the last time that she teamed up with Drake. So before I announce the number 1, I'm just going to run through some honorable mentions real quick. Run the Jewels is coming out with an album this year. If you don't know, Run the Jewels is the duo of Killer Mike and LP. Great duo. Hell, I would say comparable to like maybe a new school Outkast, the way they're like a dynamic duo like that. Maybe not so much the same type of sound, because I think Run the Jewels has more of a New York kind of sound. I actually didn't know that one of them was white until I did a little bit of research to do this video. So that surprised me, but yeah, LP is a white guy. Not that it matters or anything, I just thought it was interesting. So yeah, Killer Mike is really political nowadays. I'm wondering if that's gonna spill over into more of his music. I don't remember hearing so much of like a political vibe on his last projects that he was on with Run the Jewels. I could be mistaken though. I know he was going really hard for Bernie Sanders in this last election that we had, and he was really deep into some political activist type shit at the time. So we'll see what it sounds like. Another honorable mention would be Cardi B. I'm not sure if she's gonna put out an album this year or not actually, but she's had an all-star run. It's been really great for her. She won this Grammy for Best Rap Album. I'm not sure how much that really matters as far as like winning awards go. I don't know how much we should really care about those awards, or at least that's what Drake says anyway. She's been looking really great. She just released a new song actually, another song with Bruno Mars, and it's pretty good. It's not as good as the last song that they did together. That was kind of an old school hip hop vibe. This one's more Cardi B than him, whereas that song, he was kind of taking the lead on that song and she was the feature. I think this time it's a Cardi B song actually, and Bruno Mars is doing the feature. It's an alright little jam, but it's not really my kind of thing. We'll see what else comes out. My last honorable mention would be Kanye West. Now, I know I had already jumped out here and said that it was going to be fuck Kanye West all 2019. And I meant that shit. It's still fuck Kanye West all 2019. But at the same time, I really can't sit here and act like this man isn't the greatest musical talent of our entire generation. I mean, he really is a musical genius. He definitely deserves his shine regardless of his wild, ridiculous fucking political views. I guess I could be more objective about it and separate his art from his personal life. Alright, Kanye always drops something great. I mean, this last project wasn't all that. I really wasn't feeling this whole 7-song format thing that they were doing over there. Y'all can miss me with all that shit. Give us some real albums, please. What the hell are you doing? Come on, man. Alright, enough of the ones that almost made it. Let's get to number 1. My friend, your friend, everyone's friend, Nicki Minaj. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. I'm just gonna throw this out here. Nicki Minaj is the best rapper alive, hands down. That includes Kendrick, that includes Cole, that includes everyone. Now I know some of y'all might say, how fucking dare you? But I'm not just talking about lyricism, I'm not just talking about flow or any particular thing that you would give to any of these other artists and say that they're the best rapper alive. I'm saying the whole package. Nicki Minaj is the entire package. From the look, to the skill level, her catalog of hits, her albums keep getting better and better. I mean, damn, let these ladies have their shine already, shit. Nicki Minaj is the best rapper alive, hands down, fuck y'all. I really hope in this next album she decides to rap more and sing less. Sing less, rap more. I hope you hear me out there, Nicki. I mean, I feel like she's a way better rapper than singer. I feel like she should just run with that. I feel like there's a lot of competition out here now as far as who's the best female rapper, and she really needs to come out with this album to stand her ground right about now. Usually it takes a couple of years before Nicki Minaj puts out another album after she just put one out, like probably 3 or 4 years. But there were so many albums dropped last year that the labels weren't really able to make as much money off the albums that they dropped because people's attention was immediately drawn away to the next album as soon as the new Nicki album came out. A week later, they're on to the next album. A week after that, they're on to the next album. Too much going on at once, too many major artists dropping albums. Not enough space in between for consumers to get used to, get familiar with, and spend time with these major projects that are dropping. So a lot of them gotta run it back. I personally can't wait for Nicki's new album. I know it's gonna be great. I know she's gonna give us all the life that we're asking for as music fans, as hip-hop fans, as fans of the culture. I'm rooting for you, Nicki. So what do you guys think? Are there any albums that I missed? Are there any that I looked over altogether? This list was a lot of mainstream type of albums. Are there any underground that you guys would suggest? If you can think of any, just leave them in the comments. Let me know below. Please like, share, and subscribe, of course. Thank you for tuning into The Rundown. I'm FRNDZONE. Peace.
Tonight,